It all starts with Tommy and Ghost at the club, talking about business as usual, with Ghost asking Tommy, where were you last night? How come you didn't answer my phone? Tommy was like, I was at the warehouse with Malone. And Ghost asked, how was it like? How did it look? It's cold. You know, the usual warehouse. And he didn't tell him though, however, that he's Malone's new apprentice, because they're getting along just fine. So then Mike chills at the office. Angela has the phone that Ghost gave her, and he texts him. He realized this is weird, so he calls him. Yeah. And Angela picks up the phone, and then a helicopter is flying, and he realizes that the person is in the office. So he hangs up the phone immediately. Angela don't realize she getting played, especially when Angela and Greg went to see each other again, talking about how the whole case is and they're about to find the leak. And then Angela slutty ass decides, hey, I'm gonna get me a second try. Goes in for the kill. Goes in, you know, Greg riding her like a damn horse as usual. And then Greg's snoopy ass be coming out in the room. He checking the bag and he finds the phone, takes the battery out, but Angela's about to find out what's going on because she realizes her whole sweet old Greg ain't there. So he takes the picture of it, and right before she comes out, he goes in the kitchen, gets a glass of water. Greg, you sneaky bastard. So Greg and his buddy detective go to Tommy's mother's house. Why? To find some clues, which turns out they went there for no reason. But I'm gonna say this: this is what could have happened if Tommy was there. Fuck you doing here? I wanted to see if your mother's home. She ain't home. I think I should be going now. Yeah, you do that. Oh yeah. I got one more thing to say. Your days are just about numbered, Greg. Then Ruiz meets up with Tommy, gives him the money, and Tommy's like, what the fuck you expect me to do with this? Man, we ain't running no charity here. You better have more money. And he's like, I don't believe in this no new product that you're giving out. And quite frankly, I don't like you and Malone. But I still respect you. And Tommy is like, yo, man, we're offering more. By the way, oh yeah, we have a big meeting coming up. And then he asks his buddy, so what do you think about this? I believe in it, but he doesn't. He needs to follow the new ways. So then Ghost and Angela meet up outside in New York, and they're talking about, oh, did you tell anyone that Lobos was alive? Of course he lies, and she knows he's lying, so she's like, it's Proctor, isn't it? And if you and Proctor have, and then he's like, he covers himself up again. He's like, no. If Proctor has something to do with this, the only way he would is if he wanted to cover Tommy's ass, but he's already out of it. You know that. Angela's like, okay, but after this case, I never want to see you again. So James St. Patrick meets the two white boys and Karen at their own club. They're wondering, what the fuck you doing here? They're like, well, I have to give this to Kentos, because earlier on, Kentos came back to get the guest list that he gave Ghost before he got fired. So Ghost is like, alright, well, I was gonna give him this, but he's not here, so I'll just leave. As he's about to leave, the officers come to arrest the two white boys, pleading their life. Oh, no, it wasn't us. We don't sell drugs. We just play Pokemon Go, and that's it. We don't do that. And they checked the ceiling. They found the drugs. They took the kids to jail, where they're gonna get ass raped by a bunch of niggas. And Karen's like, shocked, and Ghost is like, hey, you know, those boys are up to no good, but you can come to my club. Come to my club. The truth is always here to set you free. And then Kentos comes like, what the fuck you doing here? I was waiting for you at your club. Well, if you were here, you would have got your ass arrested too. Here on out, we don't have beef no more. So he leaves, but before he leaves, he gives him the guest list that Kentos wanted, and leaves, knowing that the competition is out. So Tommy and the man that eats people himself, Malone, are at the warehouse, and Malone's starting to find Ghost suspect. Like, for example, Why do you have him following me again? Are you trying to set me up? Because if you are trying to set me up, I'm gonna kill you, Ghost, and the children. And I'm gonna make a big ass burger. Don't spy on me no more. Tell him that. Tommy's like, got my word. Because Tommy don't want to see the Malone side. Trust me. When Malone's hungry, he eats and he won't stop until he's full. And he can take a big man like Ghost, because I seen him eat people that are 400 pounds. So Tommy meets Ghost and he tells him in his face, look, keep Malone, stop spying on Malone. I am his apprentice, and if you do, he says one more time, and I'm next. And Ghost is like, look, I promise you, we won't do it anymore. But of course, Ghost is lying, because then he already sets Ruiz up for the meeting. And as that happens, Greg gives Ruiz a wire to wear during the meeting, which could get him killed. But Greg's like, I want you to keep the Ghost conversation going. And after career day, Ghost gets a call from Ruiz and says, look, I have to go to the meeting, but the DA want me to talk about you and Tommy. And Ghost is like, you better not talk about us. That won't be a good decision. Don't. Just get the business and set Malone up. And he's like, alright. So they go to the meeting, and already the Malone's guys are treating them like shit. And Tommy's like, yo, I know them for so long, you can trust them. He's like, you're right. Tommy, you frisk him. So Tommy frisks him, and at that moment, Ruiz knows he fucked up, because he pat his chest and he thought he found a liar. Yeah. And when Tommy goes to see what it was food. Food for everybody. And when that happened, all the guys just chilled and they went to sit down and eat. Tommy goes to leave and let them talk about their business. So at career day, Ghost is there telling him about the club life. And the kids are wondering, did Fetty Wap come? Did Beyonce was there? Did that Odell guy come? And Ghost is like, yes. Any more questions? And then Rihanna asks a question. Is it hard? And he's like, yes, baby girl. And he's like, whoa, I'm sorry. Yes, it's hard. Especially since you have to sacrifice friends and loved ones just to have the dream you want. Didn't mean to set you guys up like this. And Tasha felt her heart was so warm that afterwards they had a good talk in the dining room at their house, talking about what you said it was true, and the fact that you said that and you meant it. And now that Ghost has his club life back together by getting the 2 white boys arrested, everything seems set. And then Ghost is about to leave. Tasha's like, wait, you gotta go, because I gotta take Raina to her dentist appointment. And then Ghost is like, wait, gotta say something. And then he kisses her. And at that moment, cue the music. They start making love. Sweet old love, like how 2 black couples do it. They start riding, giving her that long dick style. And she's just like, oh, give me more. And then he's riding her real good. And she's just like, yeah, I got my man back, all happy and shit. And then he's just like, he's just giving it to her, man. He's just giving it to her. Long dick style. And then afterwards, he feels like he's not done yet, and she's just all satisfied. And he's like, hey, we can go for round 2. And she's like, no. You gotta go. You can't be here in the morning. Kids will think we're back together. And then Ghost then tells her that I have a plan to get rid of Malone. I'm using Ruiz to get rid of Malone. So then he leaves. After business was done, while this was happening, Tasha calls Tommy and tells him that Ghost setting up Malone by having Ruiz get him to say everything he needs to know and get him killed and arrested. Whichever works first. So Tommy figures this out and he says, hey, let me drive him home. So Tommy is driving with Ruiz home and the car stops. Ruiz wondering what happened to your engine. He's like, oh, I don't know, I'm gonna check. Can you get me the flashlight? So Ruiz gets him the flashlight and he notices the gun. But he doesn't pay no mind, cause you know, all gangsters gotta stay protected. Then he goes there to hand him the flashlight, and then Tommy stabs him more than once. Stabs him till he's dead. Then Dre comes, and Tommy's like, "Oh, you don't have to see. No one knows anything unless you talk." Put him in the car and leave him there. So Kanan and Tyreek meet after school, going shoe shopping. And Kanan tells him, back in our hood, you have to steal to get what you want to prove you ain't no bitch. So Tyreek follows suit, but has a smart way of stealing shoes. First, waits for the first guy to leave. Then he tells him to get the shoes that he wanted, size 7. Then he tries on the shoes and then dials the number on the phone. And the guy leaves to go check who it was. And then Tyreek and Kanan leave like nothing happened. And the guy doesn't notice either, because he's like, oh, these are the brothers in the neighborhood. We can't suspect them stealing. Black History Month. And they get away scot-free. As the clues are coming closer and closer, Mike figures out that Hugo's dead. So Mike goes to Hugo's house and gets everything he needs and leaves. And then Greg is right behind and sees that there's this mysterious man there. Then, as he checks everything, he realizes that he's like, wait, Mike? What the hell, man? But you also got the phone where you can see that maybe Mike is not in it at all. Maybe it's just Angela. Which, of course, he's going to set her up because I've already said he sees the phone that you have that Ghost gave you. So in a way, Ghost played Angela and Greg played her. So then Tommy meets up with Ghost after killing Ruiz and he tells him what he did. And Ghost is shocked. He's like, why would you do that? He's like, well, that's because I told you. One more slip up and I'm dead. You think I'm gonna trust you no more? And then Ghost is like, what makes you think he's not gonna kill us tomorrow or the next day? He's a psychopath. And you're working for this guy, thinking that he's your good old buddy. And Ghost and Tommy is like, no, you cannot be trusted, no more. So he's like, make me see it in your way how you want to get rid of him alone. Because since Ghost seems to know everything, let me know. But also, I'm the one that's gonna do it. I call the shots. And then Tommy leaves and Ghost is shocked, doesn't know what he's gonna do next. And then when Tommy goes to meet Malone, Tommy tells Malone, we need to kill Ghost. He's a liability. Will Malone get rid of Ghost in the finale episode? Will Tommy work with Malone forever? Will Keisha ever be found? Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about her. Well, she's dead. And will Tasha and Ghost stay together? Will Angela be set up by Greg and the rest of the DA? Will Mike get away scot-free? Will Tyreek go further and further in the dark side and shoot his own father? Find out next time on the finale of Power Season 3, Episode 10. Yo, man. Yo. What the fuck's up with you? You changed the song? You changed the way you do things? That's not gonna work with the people. Everyone's gonna get mad at you for that. Well, people deserve a change and I don't give a fuck what you say. You what? I do whatever I want because it's my channel. You heard me, motherfucker. I do whatever the hell I want because I love doing these reviews. You're only here for the fucking money and you know it. So in this finale, I do things my way. You know what? Do you. If people end up unsubscribing to your channel, it ain't my fault. Do you. It's okay. Do you. Yeah, you do that. Be there for the finale. Power Season 3, Episode 10.